Good afternoon and welcome to another day of the Video Diary. And how are you on this fine day? Not much has been going on today. Not going to lie to you at all. Lovely has gone on her holiday today. Like the first day she's gone, I've got nothing to do. We was going to go to town tonight with a work friend, but it turns out that all of her friends are going down on the same day, and she couldn't get away from all of them. So I've got nothing to do. Which is a bit sad as well, because I was actually genuinely really looking forward to that, and it's not often I'm looking forward to go to town. Don't mind me, I'm just making a drink. But instead of that, what we essentially did was we went to town. Me, father and mother all went down to town for what I could tell was no reason whatsoever. Yeah, there was genuinely no reason why we went down to town. We literally just walked around, came back. But it's about the time now where I'm about to be paid soon, I think next week, where I now need to select my computer, and I also need to select my next phone. And it's very difficult to do, because I love my phone. Yeah, it's all nice and small, and I like it because it's small. It's about the same size as a pack of tissues and smaller than National Rail thing. It's amazing. But that isn't the fashion anymore. Do you remember in the old days when you used to be able to get Nokias, and the Nokias would literally be like this big, and that was incredible. But now it's all about big fancy things with big things. If they did a phone this big, with the same specs as an iPhone or a Galaxy S3, I will snap that up. I'll be like, bam, I'm having it. Because I'm not too bothered about the big screen, but I need a new phone. And while the Galaxy S3 is absolutely humongous, it's all singing and dancing, and I know it would. Oh, it's a nice phone, even though it's huge. It's got all of the mod cons, it's got all the HD cameras and stuff, and I like cameras. And the camera's good according to all the reviews. And the screen's pretty. And then it'll be big enough to actually do things on. Like this, it's not very often, I'll read the news on it. It's not very often that I'll do anything more than read the news or send a quick tweet or something. But if I tweet on a mobile device, I usually just get my iPod Touch. And that's because the screen's bigger. And I just like the keypad more, because it's so small that you can only have a small keypad. Whenever you go into any type of text screen, I'm just going to load one up now, it'll just give you this. It's just the old-fashioned 4. And that's really good for predictive text and stuff, but when you're tweeting and things like that, you just want to have a keyboard, or you just lightning fast. So I love that phone, don't get me wrong, but I want a bigger one. I'm not sure whether to go with the S3 because no, I think my heart's set on the S3 really. Because it's a Samsung. I'm not too keen on Sony's. I like Samsungs. So yeah, and otherwise I'm looking at computers at the same time. Woo! I'm having a party, I am. A party on down. So yeah, I'm thinking the S3. I don't want an iPhone, so S3 is the best one, I believe. So let's go through. I think I'm sat on the S3, yeah. I can't wait to be able to have it, and it'll have a good camera, it'll have XYZ, have a really good camera, it'll be really fast, and I'll be able to load Twitter and stuff on it. That's all I'm bothered about, Twitter and my blog. I want to be able to write blog posts on my phone. That's it. As soon as I can do it on this, I've got the app, but because of the text entry, you can't do it properly. You can't, but I will be able to on the S3. That's what I'm bothered about. That's the specific thing I'm bothered about. And it'll have the most up-to-date Android. Yes. So I'm set on the S3 is what I'm saying. I started that off like, oh, I don't know what to get, but no, I want the S3. Computers, on the other hand, is an absolutely different problem, because I'm custom building it from scratch, and I had a build-up set up from ages ago, and I'm now looking at different ones at custom building them, and the problem with them is all of the cases are hideous. If they did a Dell XPS case, I would be all over it. I just want a nice, discreet one. Oh yeah, there are some nice ones, but then they're £234 for the nice one that I actually like. Yay! So let's try and build this for cheap, shall we? Right then. So 3 conclusions from today. First of all, is I'm basically looking at the Galaxy S3. I like the Galaxy S3. I've actually been looking at all the features and stuff, and it looks pretty freaking clever. And I like the idea of going to a big phone and just being able to do more with it. I think I'm sacrificing the size of my little baby phone to something quite considerably bigger. I think it's nearly twice the size of you as a camera. Why did I turned you around then as if you could see yourself? it's relatively large compared to things like you, and I'm sacrificing small size for a nice fancy singing and dancing, do everything phone, and I should be able to do literally everything on it, from my blog to Twitter to blah 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 and all apps, and I'll be able to actually play games on it, like actively play games on it and actively watch videos on a nice screen. I can't wait. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. It's essentially, because I'll be taking it to university and stuff, it's essentially going to be the bridge between how most people will go out and get a tablet. I'll keep my laptop and I'll have my phone, and then my phone is also kind of big enough to be almost a tablet because it's huge. So that's the plan with that. Bringing on to that topic then, computers. Because I have been hunting for different computers all day, and I think I'm definitely going with the custom build. The only problem is I keep going into the custom build sites and then just going, oh, I'll just have that one, that one, that one, and I'm trying to build myself a computer and it keeps going too much. My upper limit is £1,500, which is a massive amount of money as it is, and I can't afford to go any higher than 1,500. Dad's paying half, I'm paying half. 1,500 is my upper cap, and I can't afford to go higher. But I keep going to custom sites and then going, oh, I'll just get that one, that one. I'm trying to future-proof it, and you can't future-proof a computer with £1,500. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to build it to a stage where I can then go out and buy components and put them in myself. So, for example, I can go out and buy a hard drive for it. I can go out and buy extra RAM. I can go out and buy... That's about it. Disk drives, I suppose. I can buy stuff like that, but essentially, like the RAM, specifically the RAM and the hard drives, I can go and buy myself. And the video cards I can go and buy myself as well. But the main things are the motherboard and the processor. I'm willing to spend a lot on the motherboard and processor and then just get basic, I say basic, relatively basic level video cards and stuff. The only problem is I'm looking at all this stuff and I just have no idea what it's talking about. It's talking about like, I'm gonna see if there's like a shop nearby who do like custom built computers and talk to them, see what they can do for me. That's probably a best bet actually. I'll do a Google search before I go to bed. And I'm about to go to bed now. And the third thing I've concluded is that today's video was boring, as was yesterday's video. Yesterday's video I essentially talked to you about Minecraft all day, and today I've literally been talking to you about computers, phones. Boring. So less walk, less talk, more walk. Tomorrow's going to be a lot more interesting. I'm going to make sure of it. It's the freaking holidays and I'm sat here on my day off from work, because it's my alternate weekend off, sat around, a bit like you are right now, doing absolutely bob all. And it isn't on, so I'm going to change that and I'll catch you later.